It's 27th February 2015, and I was walking, like always, and was thinking, why we must live in a constant economic, social, and military crisis. Or should I say, fake economic, social, and military crisis. The political elite society needs us under the pressure and on their feet. Their control of every conflict event that is broadcasted to the mass media outlet. Not only do they control every major investment, including economic crashes and which are easy to orchestrate, when you control every single aspect of the economic pyramid, making society full of individuals who have lost all sense of individuality. People ask, why does my relationship fail? Because we are victims of an artificially made hostile environment. Do we actually look for what's right? Do we actually look for what best suits us emotionally? No, we actually look for what suits us socially, and we expect it to satisfy us emotionally. So do we wonder, what a beautiful person, what a great heart, I love that person's soul? No, we're scared shitless. No, what we wonder about is what car he has, what job, and you know and it's we're scared of our out of our wits by a radical war mentality made us that makes us live, in need of its protection and its nature. Of course, it's natural for a structure like that to create this, but we must see that this is totally controversial to our development, because it will eventually um, it's eventually made to crash. Sooner or later, there will be an economic crash if you base yourself completely on creating crisis, economic crisis, creating social crises, making people fight each other through wars, and also creating diseases to make people get sick. It's a constant exploitation of the human society, and to create constant profit, and to make this like a machine, more like monster leech, just that needs to live off humanity, creating this illusion, which is just a mind wave frequency that we are so smart, and that we are in control of everything. But actually, the domination of the species through constant fear-based propaganda has made us afraid of even our closest neighbors. Now, with the social media, people have become a sensation of not have the sensation of like not being alone, while we're actually probably like the most loneliest people in human history. I mean, crowds of people like stand together and they're all looking at their phones, and nobody's like even actually like talked to their neighbor or says hi to the person next to them. People, we've learned to blame ourselves for everything. I mean, now as we live, there's no revolution in society, because society is like it's not blaming the system for what's going on. It's blaming itself for failing. If you don't have $1 in your pocket, it's because it's your fault. It's not because society is fucked up. No. uh you see, so that's why there's no revolution. We've like so catastrophically lost our grip on reality, that we think that we're so smart, that we have created this great culture or whatever. But we have lost all sense of of taking control of that society, or changing it, or creating something different. And that's one of the biggest dangers that we're in. I've stated, that when we start blaming ourselves, that's instead of like seeing that the real problem, we don't have like $1 is a problem. It's not that we don't have money. It's actually like it's a banker who owns the Federal Reserve, who probably owns every single entity of like important banks. There's like three or four of them. They own the banks, so you get loans from them. You pay your wage to them. The government pays them taxes, plus it pays them money um, for lending them money. So then there's this guy like in the Caribbean, with like or whatever, sitting on a yacht, and he's just drinking martini. He's thinking like, how else can I exploit these people, and it's just like it's so insane that we can't actually understand that it's these people. No, we actually blame ourselves for not having money, or blame the person that he's not good enough to have money, that he walks. And then we have these social values that are totally messed up also. What house does he live, what work does he have? It's not at all whether like he's intelligent, or he's a beautiful person, or she's like somebody who's important. What's actually happening is that people are looking for material things, and then they want, when they get that couple, they're not actually getting what they want, because they actually, what the soul wants is to be well emotionally. So if so that's like that's the greatest illusion of evil. And I always said that, that the highest evil, there's no higher evil than that evil, that hides under that illusion of good, which is the banking and political society, which is really actually making us, creating a bunch of false flag like economic crisis and constant uh, why is there a constant like a politicizing, or like making like police state, this constant like investment in arms, because they know that it's going to break someday, because they're constantly looking for that that crisis, that breaking point in society, to be able to make money out of it and to be able to control us more. So it's like actually like what we need to do is get our reality back. And it's like get actually know what reality is. What is what we really need, and what is what it's like. It's dumb. We need alternate energy, of course, and it's out there. I mean, there's people with magnetic motors, and we have the UFOs. They're out there. They use some energy that our government knows about, probably, or not him, that the government, but probably these people, who are behind everything, who are the ones that pay the politicians and the CIA and all this stuff, and the war and the drug cartels and everything is the same people, and we have to get a grip on reality and stop blaming ourselves, and understand that we are guilty. Of course, we are guilty, because we use that money, we use, that criticism, and each one of us is nobody. Like, I can't throw a stone at somebody. I'm not saying it's his fault or the other guy's fault. I'm just like stating an example. When I put Goldman Sachs or whatever in between there, just saying like there are people who are definitely behind this. It's not their fault, because it is a system that's created this way. It's created this way so it survives through the exploitation and of people. So getting down, I want to finish before 10 minutes. So we have to start lying to ourselves, and be responsible for that truth, and open up, and understand that it's all just a big show, and that's really like seeing through things, that's like, when you're not sleeping, you're like, you understand that everything they put on TV through propaganda is out their big show, everything from the Hollywood to the wars, everything, because if they're not going to get a profit from it, they're not going to publicize it. And how to create a new society, we must start with ourselves, basically. Thank you. Have a good one.